Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly. And got a good one for you today because the storm hasn't even hit yet. And, we've had all these warnings after warnings, and this is bad and that's bad. And nothing to worry about, though, guys. But the real storm hasn't even hit yet. And I am today in Dana Point. This is just beautiful. This park is just fantastic. When you come out here on a weekend, this place is just loaded with blankets and people enjoying the sights, and the restaurant's open now. It's just beautiful down here. But before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold Group, which I will talk about a little bit later. Let's get into it. First things first. This week we got our inflation number, CPI. I love this, that they come back and they say, hey, things are retreating, things are going down. It's at 4.9% and it was at 5%. So inflation is still sky high. It's still at 5%, but the things that we care about, energy, your gas, and your food, really isn't counted in that. So families are losing money every month because of their buying power. They don't have the buying power that they've had for years. People that are on Social Security, think about it. It's been 2 decades that you've lost buying power. 2 decades that you've been behind the inflationary curve with the money that you're getting every month. So Mabel's getting her Social Security check every month, and she is upside down. You guys can sit there and say, oh, it's no big deal. It's not that bad, Dan. Things are turning the corner. What corner are they going to? They're going into a fiery mess is where they're headed. So, to be a realist right now is the only way to live. To live with frugality is the only way to live. One thing that I have done that I'm very proud of since I started this channel is I've had a tremendous amount of people that I know, friends, business colleagues. Oh, Dan's making YouTube videos. What an idiot. And then now it's like, yeah, hey, I want you to know, my wife and I got rid of those 2 cars. We got rid of this, sold that, got rid of everything out of the garage we don't need. And, crazy. Okay. Everybody's changed their lives around. Now, some people are super wealthy. Doesn't matter. Some people have very little. But the older I get, I'm telling you guys, I can live with a lot less than I did before. I don't need the fancy car. I don't need a huge house. I just need to get by. But I also want to not have to worry about money as I get older, because I see a lot of people that write me that are just terrified right now. And people that I know that are saving money, people that are not spending money in frivolous ways, okay? You should have a vacation. You should do things that are fun. You should have hobbies. You should spend money on things like that. Absolutely. But I'm really proud of the fact that so many people have stayed away from just pissing money away, okay? It's just, there's serious value in saving money right now and having a frugal life, to say the least, and not having 80 grand in credit card bills. So the inflationary numbers that we're not supposed to be concerned about, with the other news that came out this week, it's like, oh yeah, don't pay attention to that. This is nuts, guys. We're living in times when this would destroy the stock market if you had numbers like this in years gone by, but nothing does. Nothing destroys the stock market because there's not an ounce of reality to any of this. So, isn't this cool, this walkway going down to these houses? You've got the Ritz-Carlton next door up on top of that hill. That's up there. And you've got this beautiful beach you can walk on. Just really, really nice. So the economy is upside down. Nobody wants to look at that. But Microsoft, well, they know something that other people don't. I always look at big companies. Whether you like these companies or not is completely irrelevant. But when you have someone that has hired, hundreds of thousands of people that work there, and they laid off 10,000 people this year already, since January. They have just said that there's no more bonuses right now. You'll get your stock options, you'll get those bonuses, but there's going to be no cash bonuses paid out of Microsoft right now. What do they know? Why? Well, they cite a downturn in the economy. They cite different economic challenges that are out there that are affecting every one of us, including Microsoft. Went to a baseball game this week with a friend of mine, and he laid out a great story about JP Morgan and how they bought First Republic, and how basically it was like stripping a classic car of everything of value and leaving the stuff that's worth nothing for somebody else to clean up on the side of the road, basically as trash, is how he described it. JP Morgan fleeced us and took away the sweet spot of everything. Plus, they got all these high-end clients. The one thing that First Republic had is it had a tremendous amount of people from Hollywood. It had a tremendous amount of tech people. It had a lot of insurance executives, high-end lawyers, high-end law firms. That were their clients. And JP Morgan could never crack the code to get these rich people. Now they're kind of being forced to, hey, we own the bank now. You have to do business with us. So if there's a will, there's a way when it comes to stuff like this. So JP Morgan. Also, here's something fascinating. You know, I love the metals. Okay. JP Morgan has a negative position for silver. And if their negative position ever went south, it's worth more than the bank's entire net worth. And their negative position is more than what JP Morgan is worth as a whole. So if you don't think that they're controlling the metals prices and they don't want prices to shoot up, you know, they keep wanting it to go down because they've bet against it for so long. So absolutely crazy. Not really honest, you know, but, you know, that's JP Morgan for you. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. In these challenging economic times, you have to do one thing, and that is look out for yourself and for your family, because no one else is going to do that. One thing that you can do to put your mind at ease is get an IRA or 401k that's backed by physical metals right now. The best place to do that is Patriot Gold Group. Call them today, 888-330-1431, and find out how you can get, you know, a no fee for life IRA or 401k. They have a free investor guide that so many people have requested, and so many people from my channel have done business with Patriot Gold over the last few months. You should do the same. You know, look at what central banks are doing. They are buying gold like they never have before, and they must know something. And when you look at all these experts that talk about this, they talk about one thing, and that is that precious metals are a safe haven investment. And during these trying economic times, you want to be in this now before it's too late. You want to see the rise in these metals prices and have them in your 401k. Call them today, 888-330-1431. Ask them for the free investor guide and let them know that I allegedly sent you. But remember, Wall Street Journal last month had a great article talking about, you know, what are you going to do? Just sit there? Don't just sit there, do something. Take their advice. Call Patriot Gold today. #1 rated for 7 years in a row with Consumer Affairs. Do it now before it's too late. Use the link below or call them today. I always love the stories that you guys send me, and I'm always so grateful for them. If you ever want to send me anything out, it's hello@iallegedly.com. Also, take a look at Cadence Bank. Cadence Bank just announced that they're going to get rid of 35 more branches. Think about this, okay? I've never heard of Cadence Bank until someone sent me this. But here's the thing. How many people work at a bank branch? Let's just say it's real lean. It's 5 people. Well, 35 times 5 is a lot of people that are losing their job. What if it's 10? It's 350 people. Okay? So this is not a good thing right now. This is completely upside down, and no one wants to look at this and the severity of how bad this is right now. But again, another bank closes 35 more branches, and that's no big deal. Kent sent me a great story about the FDIC, how you can search individual banks and figure out if they're in trouble or not, and find out FDIC position on them. Now, I don't want to bore you guys with this. In other words, like, let's go check Cadence Bank. But you can put your own bank in there and see, you know, if there's a situation. And I want to thank Kent again for sending me this, because these are always appreciated when people send stuff like this. So take a look at that today. Use the link below and it'll give you an idea of the position of your bank and if they're in deep trouble or not. Everybody should look at this. I'm going to show you guys my age a little bit. How about this? When I was in high school, I was a junior, and chasing girls and doing the normal things that kids in high school with a car do, there was a thing that started then called MTV. And MTV opened, and it was amazing. It was just 24/7 music videos, and it was just all that great 80s music that came out. And I was there. I was there the first week it opened. We were watching it. We'd go to people's houses, and there'd be a party, and it'd be like, check this out. Look at this thing. And it was on all the time. And then, you know, I think Viacom purchased it, and it just was not the same. They started to add all these different programs, you know, news, all the reality TV, the real world, all that stuff that I thought sucked. I just want to watch music videos. And now so much, you know, a couple years ago, I had programmed on my DirecTV to record, hey, 80s hour. Well, they would have 80s hour at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I would record that. But flash forward, you know, all the VJs that were there, the video disc jockeys that they had, Martha Quinn and Mark Goodman and all those people, Alan Hunter, all those people, okay? It was very cool. Well, they just announced that they're closing MTV News right now. That's done, guys. So not that anybody sits around and watches MTV. I haven't watched MTV in years because it's awful and it's horrible and it's just one big reality nonsense and ridiculousness. So think about this. When you have shows like Ridiculousness, that video clip show, it's what they call coffee table TV, where you've got somebody that just sits there and turns it on and leaves it on. For them and for the subscribers, they get a continual audience, and people will watch those things over and over again. So the inconsistency of their programming, you know, fell in hard times. So MTV News is done. Just sad. Now, the next thing is Paramount TV, Paramount Studios, Paramount Plus. They're laying off 25% of their staff, which owns this now. So this is all a sign of the times, guys. Entertainment is not what it was, you know, just even a few years ago. The pandemic destroyed everything. The pandemic destroyed the movie-going experience. Yeah, there are some great movies, and I've seen onesies, twosies here and there. You know, Cocaine Bear was hilarious, and you know, Maverick was good. You know, Air, saw the Michael Jordan movie. That was fun. You know, but it's not what it was before. You don't have the appointments to go to watch movies like you used to. And TV, same thing. There's so many streaming services out there. From somebody who's getting in that arena, we're getting this on a completely, you know, very small scale right now with having, you know, video sharing and platforms and live direct access to certain live streams and things like that. Man, oh man, the idea of this is to keep the cost down. All of this became so expensive. And from someone who's gotten writer residual checks, it's you know, it's exciting. You get mailbox money, and oh wow, look at this, my movie played in Finland. You know, that's cool stuff. But the writer strike, I'm 100% for, because they're not making money on the streaming right now. This is an absolute disaster right now, guys, when it comes to these people getting residuals for writing a movie that gets played on certain streaming platforms. You can sit there and say, they make more money, it's all good, but think about this. There are times, and I know this firsthand, that you write a movie and they romance this carrot that's stuck in front of you, where they tell you it's going to play in all these theaters, or this actor's going to read it, or this guy's going to be in it, and there's famous names and all the stuff that they just tell you, and then all of a sudden it goes, what do you mean it's going straight to cable? Oh, okay. Well, people should still get paid for stuff like that. People should still get paid when it goes on streaming services, pay-per-view, things like that. And it's not fair that these people are not getting this, and it's destroying things. But also, when was the last time you watched MTV? And I know we're an older audience on this channel right now, but this is not what it used to be. It used to be entertainment. It used to be something you could leave on and listen to music. And I know I've become my father when today's music is not music. Here is a great story out of the Orange County Register, my local newspaper, and that is that houses dropped over the last year in 95% of the metro areas in the United States. That's wild when you think about that. But hey, real estate's just going to go up, guys. Don't worry about it. There's nothing to, it's not going to go down. It is going down. It's going down all around us. I am getting a kick out of the real estate agents that write me and write people like Drayton Nay. Drayton Nay is a real estate wholesaler out of Vegas that we brought on the show last month, who bought a house for 200 grand, put 80 grand into it, did a 61-day turnaround, and is now just fielding offers for that. There's a smart guy. Traditionally, you cannot do a flip right now. Here in Southern California, it's not mathematically feasible to do these flips right now because people are paying so much for the houses and they are upside down, completely upside down. We are seeing crazy things with this when it comes to the housing prices, people talking about how there's no inventory, and people are just going to sit out, the housing market right now. They're not going to sell this spring season. People, understand this. If houses do not get put on the market in short order between now and Memorial Day, you're going to see a flood of people not sell. You're going to see many foreclosures right now. And my friends that are in the foreclosure business are very busy right now when it comes to commercial real estate. Each week, it clicks up and gets a little bit busier and a little bit busier and a little bit busier. But all they've been told, the warning after warning after warning for residential properties is get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready, because the foreclosures are coming. We're finally going to release this, and the banks are tired of not getting paid for their money. It's beautiful. This used to be a place called Zeke's right here, which is one of those little beach places to eat at, and all the surfers would come out here and eat. And this couple bought this and put just a boatload of money into it, and now it's a nice little restaurant. Had some snacks and coffee here from time to time. Remember when I did a story about 6-8 months ago, how in Michigan there was the police department that was not able to do high-speed chases because they bought Priuses for everybody and didn't have the energy, and it was not in the budget to charge the vehicles, great things like that. Well, they just got announced that there's another police department here in California, South Pasadena, just bought Priuses for everybody, okay, for the entire police department. Okay, that'll be great, okay? Just gotta last long enough until the charge goes out. Isn't it great? It's saving the environment. All this AI news, all this EV news, all the inconsistency with the EV cars and the expense of the EV cars. Wouldn't this worry you? Seriously. Now, Tesla's going to be around. I mean, Tesla's going to, survive this, and I don't see them not being around. Okay? But it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Next one is Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, he got fired from Fox News. I have never seen a contract like that, as I tell you this story. But I've had contracts that have told me what I had to do when it came to entertainment, or even my sponsors, how things have to be projected, what I can do, what I cannot do, okay? And Tucker Carlson has an agreement with Fox through January of 2025. And he hired an incredibly strong employment lawyer, the same person that Megyn Kelly had. And $25 million left on his contract. But they're saying, hey, listen, you're not going to be on TV. We're just going to pay you. Have a nice day. Well, the idea is to keep the guy quiet, okay? I don't care if you like him or not. That's not the point. The point of this is that this guy just announced that he's going to go on Twitter and do a show nightly on Twitter. You know how insane that is? It's insane because, number one, people are going to go, how do I get onto that with Twitter? There is a thing called Twitter Blue that costs forget me if I get the wrong number. It's like $8 or $12 a month, something like that, to get Twitter Blue. Well, then you will then have like a Patreon type deal where you will go on Tucker's channel and pay to see Tucker Carlson. Oh my gosh. You think 1 million people will do that? Seriously. I do. You know? So you think that they'd pay $8-10 a month? I do. I think that that would happen. I think that he'll make $8, $10, $20 million a month from this. So this will be interesting to see how this plays out. But you have not heard the last of this guy. But this is fascinating because, again, Paramount is going out of business, letting go of 25%. And you can sit there and say, they're not going out of business. They're just cutting back like everybody else. This is the sign of the times, guys. Microsoft is not paying for this. Who would not want that guy on their network? Okay? Who? Tell me. I'm going to finish this video with these last few stories. And before I do that, I just want to remind everybody to sign up for Christmas in May. We're giving away gold, we're giving away silver, gift cards, a bunch of great stuff. Plus, our lovely subscribers have donated things too. Use the link below, right on top when you get in the video description, and sign up today. Now, first things first, Disney Plus is seeing more subscribers drop off from Disney. What a shock. Their theme parks are going up in number of people, but that's attributed to the good weather. So is Disney doing good or not? Depends on who you ask over there at Disney, because they want to tell you how great it is, but it looks like they're taking a hit right now. So, and again, the Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, all that stuff, 10 years ago was on every day at my house with my kids when they were young. And, I saw plenty of Hannah Montana and iCarly, to say the least. So the days are done for the kids stuff. I think it's completely changed myself. The next thing is the metaverse. Great, titles for these articles. Metaverse, we never got to really know you. Metaverse, it's done. Marky Mark, you lost all that money. How about this? Facebook changed its name to Meta, and the metaverse is basically finished right now. They're talking about how this could be done. And with artificial intelligence, this could be an absolute boondoggle that these people spent all the money for. I just want to remind you guys of things that we talked about on this channel, about how people went online and bought fake real estate in the metaverse. Clown college would have been more, profitable than money in the metaverse. People paid over $400,000 to be the next door neighbor of Snoop Dogg in the metaverse. Wouldn't that be great? You can smell the weed through the computer, okay? It's nuts. It's like 450 grand for that. But done, okay? So Marky Mark spent billions of dollars in this. But hey, the future is AI. That's what we're going to focus on now. They lost billions of dollars. Please understand, if this guy didn't, if he wasn't the founder for that company, they would have fired him during this time, without a doubt, because this is one of the hugest mistake in business history. Absolutely. What an absolute disaster. Hugest, is that a word? I know I'm going to get hell for that. Okay? But again, the metaverse is completely upside down. Now here's another thing. The FHA, they were going to penalize people and charge them a fee if their debt ratio, loan to income ratio, was over 40%. Well, we've waived that. It's okay. So FHA is getting rid of that, and you can go borrow money and go buy a house right now, guys. Go do that. And you don't have to worry about paying those excessive fees right now. So kiss of death, guys. Kiss of death right now when it comes to real estate. Just wait. Just wait. Just wait. I love the stories from you guys where you're telling me how you got a deal on real estate or how you saved money on a boat. Send those. Hello at iAllegedly. I love hearing that. And we're seeing so many people that are having banking issues, so many people getting cut off from the bank, and it's just a matter of time. We're not on an island, guys. Everybody's experiencing this whole thing that they don't want to talk about right now. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.